in Canada, it rains quite a bit during the spring season. In eastern Canada, much of this rain is acidic. Ever heard of acid rain? Well, it isn't your average rain for Mr. Cloud over here, because acid rain is harmful, especially to our aquatic ecosystems. So, what is the difference between rain and acid rain? Well, tiny droplets of water accumulate in clouds until eventually the cloud can no longer sustain the strength to hold all the water. This leads to rainfall. Acid rain, on the other hand, is the product of the greenhouse gases known as sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide from the atmosphere, combined with oxygen and tiny droplets of water in the clouds. Together, this creates very acidic precipitation at a pH below 5.6. and the production of sulfuric and nitric acids. Burning fossil fuels and carbon emissions are some of the major causes of acid rain. But why is it so harmful? Well, the majority of acid rain will eventually enter bodies of water such as lakes, rivers, and streams from a lack of absorption from soil and land. This is why the ecological impacts are greatly seen within aquatic environments. In Canada, approximately 1,400 lakes have experienced acidification. The acidity of the rain will decrease the pH of rivers and lakes, creating a chain reaction that goes on to affect aquatic habitats and food. It is quite difficult for waterbeds to go back to neutral after acid deposition. Soil is the biggest contributing factor to this. When soil lacks calcium, the ability to form a barrier against acid rain is reduced, and it will flow into lakes and rivers. But it will also bring any aluminum found in the soil for the ride. This causes toxic effects due to a decrease in pH. Lakes in eastern Ontario are a perfect example of how a lack of calcium deposits can increase the effects of acid rain. So, what happens when waterbeds have a low pH? Well, the water can no longer support aquatic life due to diminished activity in the nutrient cycle. A low pH will increase stress levels for fish, leading to low body weight and increased competition for resources such as food. As a result, fish populations tend to diminish or die. Over time, this contributes to a lack of diversity among species in ecosystems because it is difficult for species to accumulate in acidic conditions. It has been recorded that the population of Atlantic salmon has significantly diminished within Ontario. This is greatly prevalent in Sudbury. Here, waterbeds are located near mines, and as you can guess, the lakes have a very low pH, leading to limited plant and animal life. Specifically, amphibians such as frogs, toads, and salamanders are greatly vulnerable to the added acidification of the water. There are some species, however, that can withstand the adverse effects of acid rain due to tolerance. White moss, also known as sphagnum, can grow at rapid rates and in large amounts. However, they will promote oxygen-deficient conditions as they soak up high amounts of water. A lack of oxygen promotes a decline in habitats such as coral reefs and impacts food chains. Together, the effects of acid rain promote negative impacts for species and the habitats that make up their ecosystems. Lower pH levels tend to reduce plant and animal life, leading to a decline in biodiversity, thus impacting productivity and overall activity of the aquatic ecosystem.